All praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. And this is going to be a video about how sometimes you've got to come in the spirit of Jacob, right? And I was just watching a video, and then I seen somebody make a comment, right? And I was just to myself like, okay, let me see what other comments this person's made. And every single comment pretty much was a scoff, right? And I was like, you see what I mean? Like, a lot of these people, right? All they do is run their mouth, but yet they're always tuned in to watch. They're always tuned in every single time to watch, man. And I'm trying to find... Here we go. This is the scripture I was looking for, man. This is Genesis chapter 27 and verse 36. And he said, is he not rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He hath took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing, which he never took away Esau's birthright. Esau sold it to him, right? Esau sold the birthright, but he said, oh, he took it away. No, you sold it to him, demon. And behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And really, Jacob never took the blessing away neither, because before they were both born, Rebecca and Isaac were told the elder's going to serve the younger. That's what happened, man. Esau's the server, and Jacob's the served, man. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? So now all of a sudden, after he realized that he didn't get the first blessing, now he wants to know if there was a blessing reserved for him, which would have been what Jacob would have got. But when you read this story, right, and he was first about to get blessed, he never once decided to mention Jacob. Oh, but what about Jacob? He never mentioned Jacob at that point. He never mentioned that. Let's go to the story, man. Let's go and find it. This is Genesis chapter 27 and verse 1. And it came to pass, when Isaac was old, and his eyes were dim, so that he could not see, he called Esau his eldest son, because Esau was the older, and said unto him, my son. And he said unto him, behold, here I am. So it was okay for Esau to want to accept being an Edomite then, right? But nowadays, they don't want to mention that, where they don't want to accept that the Edomites now. And he said, behold, I am old, I know not the day of my death. Now therefore take, I pray thee, thy weapons, thy quiver and thy bow, and go to the field, and take me some venison, and make me savory meat, such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, that my soul may be blessed, that my soul may bless thee before I die. Now, nowhere in this story does Esau be like, you know what? But what about Jacob? Before he's like, okay, I'll go and hunt the venison, father. But before I go, I just want to know, have you got a blessing reserved for Jacob? He didn't want to care about Jacob at that point. He didn't give 2 bleeps. It's in the story. You don't see him mention it. He don't mention Jacob. Verse 5, and Rebekah heard when Isaac spake to Esau his son, and Esau went to the field to hunt for venison and to bring it. He never said, hang on, pappy, right? All I want to know is, before I go out and get this venison, I'll do it because you're my father and I love you. Before I do it though, have you got a blessing reserved for Jacob? Because I'm happy to get my blessing, but I'm thinking about my brother here. Did he do that? No, he never. But then all of a sudden afterwards, now he's like, oh, but have you got a blessing reserved for me? But when Jacob received the blessing, pretending to be Esau never give 2 about whether Jacob had a blessing or not, man. He was just out there, probably camouflaged his face, trying to get that venison, man, the damn demon. You know he was proud walking out. Like, yeah, I'm finna school Jacob after this. Okay, you got the birthright, but after this blessing I receive, I'm gonna be schooling over you, Jacob. You know he was hating. You know he was angry and like, you know he was boastful, man, and proud as hell. You know he would have been. You already know. You already know he was, man, and that's why he cried so hard, man. That's why he cried so bitterly. Because he was just proud as hell, thinking about the way how he was going to be blessed and how Jacob was going to be cursed. But he never went that way, though. History didn't go that way. It went another way. History didn't give Esau the glory of that time, man. It gave it to Jacob. It gave it to Jacob, man. I'm not gonna end the video. I'm gonna go to like a point that I was thinking about, man, about how that the person was on the comment board talking about something like, the elders going in on them chips. I was like, can you hear could I hear chips being ate in the video? Yeah. But if you really care about, and these people don't understand what Apostle Tahar did before in the past, man. And like, I remember, I think this was hilarious when this happened, man. I thought it was, I actually laughed when this happened that time. When Apostle, because I remember watching the video, the camp video, right? And I was like, I never saw that happen, right? And I was still tuned into the video. I was just like, oh, that must have happened like an extra bit off camera or something like that. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll look at it and see it. But I remember watching the full video. I was like, I never saw that happen. So all they kind of was like, well, this is a bit strange because I didn't see that happen. But I remember when Apostle Tahar put a video out there, right? And was like, two pretty, like he said something like, pretty Edomites come to the camp and kiss me, Apostle Gabar, and Apostle Ariamlab. And I think he even mentioned Apostle Rakar's feet, and they came and bowed down before us and kissed on our feet. And then people was on the comment board like, oh, I can't see it, Elder. I can't see. I can't see it, Elder. I can't see it, Elder. And we really wanted to see the video of the apostles getting their feet kissed, right? And then Apostle Tahar came back and was like, man, some of y'all ain't right in the head with this. He said something along those lines about it, man. There weren't no video with no kissing of no feet, man. There ain't no video there of no kissing of no feet. But that's what y'all came to see, right? Or he would he's got in the spirit of Jacob over time and be like, as soon as it's a video on women, everyone wants to try and get involved. But when it's a video on the Hebrew, people ain't trying to hear that. And some people don't even think that could, like, does a man need to eat, bruv? Like, even that, I remember that demon Volker Malone, man, he was before making a comment before about something like how like one of the apostles farted on camera or something like that, and he actually made it a video. And I'm thinking, with how much lasagna and damn brajol and all these kind of flipping stuff that this spaghetti eating demon would eat, you think he ain't farting on camera? But he's doing a silent, violent ones, the damn demon, man. Just smelling like tomato sauce. Just tomato sauce smelling demon, man. You think he ain't farting with how fat that gut of his is getting? Like, this guy, like, some of these people, man, they're just running their mouth, saying things that you don't even need to talk about, man. Like, if the sound of the chips is distracting you, all right, man. But you really need to make a statement on everything. Sometimes people come in the spirit of Jacob. Sometimes you gotta come in the spirit of Jacob, man. Sometimes you gotta test people out, even around you, man. Sometimes as a man, if you go outside, right, and you can be like, you know what? Some of these women are always up in, like, for some of you men that you think you're on some Casanova thing out there, right? You be like, you know what? These women are always on, man. All right, let me go outside dress rough one time, man. Or let me not have the exact hairstyle that they always expect me to have, and let's see how they treat me then. Let me pretend like I've lost some of these finances that they love up men for, or my jacket or my coat. Let me put on something more washed down, and let's see how they treat me then. For some of you women out there that you think that you're tens, right? Okay, go outside without all that makeup on and all that stuff, and see if you're getting the same result. Or you think you're a 10 and you think that you're this and you're that, all right? So you think that you're the same level of attractiveness as these movie star women and all these beautiful women that these billionaires that own all these companies that they can give women jobs for acting roles, stuff like that they actually can just put on a movie looking for women that are of this height range, that are extremely beautiful, and then the women just show up to there and do interviews and do auditions for the job. You think that you're equal attractiveness to them? Okay, let's see. Go to one of them auditions then and see what they say about it. Or you mean that you think you're just so popular and so friendly? All right, don't sleep around and see how men treat you. All those men that you think's your friend, and they're just giving you this money because they're your friend and they care about you. All right, don't sleep with them and see if they still give you that money that they're giving you. You know the answer. Sometimes you gotta come in the spirit of Jacob, man. Sometimes you gotta supplant people, man. Jacob means supplanter. It don't mean no heel grabber. It means supplanter. And sometimes you gotta come in the spirit of Jacob, like how our forefather Jacob, our forefather Isaac, our forefather Jacob, whose name's also Israel, like he did, right? He supplanted Esau when he said, "Seeing your face was like seeing the face of God." Was it really like seeing the face of God? Obviously not. Obviously it wasn't, because Jacob had literally seen the face of angels, man, of powers. He wrestled with them, but he supplanted Esau because had his family there, and he didn't want his family to get unalived because he knows that Esau is a vengeful, wrathful person. You think he didn't? He didn't. You people are trying to act like he didn't grow up with Esau, seeing Esau hunting everything all the damn time, man. Sometimes you gotta come in the spirit of Jacob. For all you people know, Apostle Tahar could have randomly just decided to start eating them chips on that video, just to get on people's nerves to sift out who really does and don't believe. Now, I'm not saying he did that, but some of you people, man, you don't need to some of you people don't need to comment all the time, man. You don't need to run your mouth all the time. How about ask a question? You could have said, "Oh, what chips are they?" Because I'm trying to get are they healthier chips? But you just wanted to run your mouth though. And then I looked at the person's other comments, and they were scoffing comments too. But then you're tuning in all the time, and then when it goes down, you're gonna still be trying to secretly ear hustle to try and find out what's going on in the world. But you're running your mouth, making comments, scoffing. If you're gonna make a comment, just make a comment using a Bible verse. Why are you running your mouth for? What is wrong with you people, man? People making comments on videos, or why you always laughing and chuckling to it. Like you people just make comments about things that you don't need to make. I've had people try and make comments before accusing me of smoking weed and all that, and I'm like, I don't smoke weed, man. You know about making comments talking about high, and I ain't no one ranked, so people can laugh and say what they want to say about me, right? Which people can laugh and say what they want to say about anyone, I guess. But you people just say dumb things. Oh, high grade, yeah, what you smoking on? And what are you on about, bro? Who's smoking, bro? Who's smoking weed, man? You people just making things up in your own head. I've never smoked weed in my life. But some of you people just running your mouth, chatting shit. And then when you start getting jacked up, like some of you people out there have bared false witness. And I'm not even on about no emotional bared false witness, because you can sometimes say something about somebody that's a mistake. I'm on about you people have tried to sow discord among brethren. Some of you people out there that are not believers. If a believer does something like that, but there's mercy to be had for them. But some of you people that are not believers, you might have watched the video and seen somebody that you used to know in the world, and you try and sow discord. Oh, you see that brother there? You see that guy there? You know what? Yeah, I used to go to uni with him and that. I used to work with this geezer. I used to do this. Oh, he dates white women. Oh, he dates heathen women. Oh, his real name's blah blah blah. Oh, and then okay, but what do you believe though? What's the Lord's name, nigga? You're running up your mouth about this geezer. Okay, what are you saying? Do you believe in the Lord? But that's how some of you people are. Running up your mouth about somebody else. Mate, what are you saying? Talking about people going in them chips. But I bet and you know what, after this video, I'm going to go and check on that channel. And I bet there ain't nothing there. But you people that got all kind of smoke to say, running your mouth. Thinking that it's just something light-hearted. Sometimes shut up, man. Sometimes in life, shut your mouth about things. Because everything's not funny all the time, man. I remember one of the elders, I heard him say that if even some of you Edomites or some of you heathens have said something about, you know what, let's go to this. Let's go to this, man. And this still counts for times now as well. He says, thou shouldst not have looked. Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 12. But thou shouldst not have looked on the day of thy brother, in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldst thou rejoice over the children of Israel in the day of their destruction. Now, we've had a lot of days of destruction. And you Edomites have looked, and then you looked and laughed and found it funny. Some of you Edomites have said something, not even to the Israelite, You've said it behind their back. 13% people, basketball people. Diversity is our greatest friend. Another one of these engineers. Are you an engineer yourself? Oh, we keep bringing over these engineers. You're not an engineer. In fact, most people on the earth are not engineers. So what are you talking about? Oh, the only way you deserve some respect in life is if you're an engineer? What if you're a bin man? Do you need some respect if you're a bin man? Because I can tell you this, make the bin men not go to your neighborhood, go through your neighborhood for 1 month. I'm pretty sure when I've watched the news, right, I've been seeing people following around garbage trucks to put their trash in there. I don't see people following around engineers like, yo, do some more engineering, man. We need some more engineering. So don't try and make it like the more so-called higher paying jobs are always the most necessary jobs, man. Because bin men are necessary. But do bin men get respect in this world? Not really. Men that do construction are necessary, which people that do engineering and these kind of things are within that kind of range. But the lower end of them kind of people are necessary as well. The labourer on a construction site is just as important as the supervisors, man. They're just as important. They go around making sure the site's clean and all these things. They're important too, man. But back to the bin men thing, bin men are important in this world, but they don't get no respect though. Bin men ain't gonna really have groupies unless they're some super handsome person. But all you people, you just run your mouth so much, yeah, and you don't understand that judgment's coming to you for that. You're running like everything's not funny all the time, man. Some of you people need to shut your mouth, man. A lot of you people, you comment, like a lot of you people, when even I can hear you people, some of you YouTube mans, you YouTubers, and that you red pillars, which you're not really red pill, because if all you red pillars that are talking about Israel and this and all that, yeah, if you don't understand the prophecies concerning the Israelites, shut your mouth about it, man, because you don't know what you're talking about. You talk all this, I believe in the Bible, okay. Have you even completed your doctrine? If somebody asks you about a certain prophecy, are you even going to have an answer? Or are you going to say, oh, it don't matter about all of that? I'm saved. I got baptized. I'm saved. I don't care. I'll let God do the rest. You don't even know what you're waiting for. You're just running your mouth. And then the thing is, some of you people run your mouth about the Hebrew Israelites, but then you secretly quote and copy what Hebrew Israelites say, though. But then you try and make out like it's your words and like it's your revelations, man. No, you didn't reveal that to yourself. You found it out from the Hebrew Israelites. And the Hebrew Israelites are the most open secret on earth. Everybody knows about this. And some of you people that have been made to know early, run your mouth still, chatting shit. You've got access to literally a person that knows what's going to be happening in the future. You know where their channel is. The channel doesn't even have 20,000 subscribers. You know you found the channel. And you're worrying about chips, nigga? Shut the fuck up, man. You think that all of us ain't heard the chips, but you go through that to hear the truth, dumbass. You people are running your mouth, man. Matthew chapter 18 and verse 7, warn to the world because of offences, for it must needs be that offences come. Now, let's say that the apostle got offended when he heard you, when he see you made that comment now, and you're thinking that he ain't. Now, I'm not saying I don't know him just whether to say whether he would or not be offended, but you people run your mouth. Let's, like Elijah, right, got told boldly by some little children. Now, another man, when some little children call him bold, he might just laugh. But Elijah or Elisha, I believe it was, Elijah or Elisha, they might have liked when they had hair back in the past and be like, man, I really looked nice when I had hair. And them not having hair might have been an insecurity that they don't like. So when them little kids was running their mouth, go up there, bald head, ha ha, nah, 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 boldy, boldy, you can't catch us, sticking out their tongue, running their mouth. He didn't just accept it, oh, they're little kids. No, he put a curse on them, and a bear came out of the woods and ate them. The bears came out of the woods. Now, what if somebody decided to do that to you because you're running your mouth about chips? But y'all people don't think about this, man. You don't think. You've got the chance to comment, and instead of asking a question on something biblical, you're worried about that. Like, what's your problem in life, man? You gotta think sometimes, bro. You people are talking, like, worrying about what's going on in man's backgrounds. Some of you people want to see, want more videos where the person showing himself, so you can press the pause button and try and look all up in their background and see what they got going on in their house. It's not because you want to see the person, because if you really looked, you'd see the person on the videos. They've got videos where they're on their camera, but you want to see what the person's got going on in their background so that you can decide whether you believe what they're saying or not based on what they look like, because you're carnal. Oh, I thought he was going to look different than that. I thought his voice was deep. So I thought he was going to look different than that. I can't believe that. I can't believe that guy. He's dead, bro. Because you can want to focus on appearance. But it's already clear anyway. Yahweh shows the weak things of the world to confound the mighty. Matthew chapter 18 verse 7, woe unto the world because of offences, for it must needs be that offences come, but woe to that man by whom the offence cometh. If one of you people watch a video and you make a comment on someone's garment, you're gonna get done potentially. But y'all don't understand that. If one of you people meet one of the Hebrew Israelites that are of the elect in the world and you just do something dodgy to them, it could be a woman that she walks and doesn't move out of the way. She literally walks into the man's path. He might have moved out of the way further down the road, and she'll now walk into his path to try and get him to move. You could get judged for that. Now, you might think that that's a small thing, but Yahweh and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai might not think that that's a small thing. So many people could have shoulder barged an Israelite to try and get on a train before them. Some of you people could have made a comment on an Israelite's shoes, on their hair, on their clothes. You could have laughed about them, made a secret joke about them, and every time they step into the room, you say a secret buzzword to let people know who he is. You could have laughed about a little Israelite child. You could have did any kind of thing, man. You're gonna get judged for that. Because offenses needed to come. There needed to be somebody that did something like that to that person in their life. But there also needed to be a judgment for it later. Woe to the world. Woe unto the world because of offenses. For it must needs be that offenses come. So the world's going to get judged for their offenses to the children of Israel. Yet the offenses needed to come. But woe to that man by whom the offense cometh. What's one of the offenses that needed to happen to the children of Israel? Atlantic slave trade, captivity, book breaking, Jim Crow, all of these things, man. Sharecropping, all the scams, destruction of our communities, all these things, man. Trail of Tears, everything. All these things that there's so many things you can't remember all the names. You just know the pain. You remember the pain, man. All these things that you people have did to us, it had to happen. But what's gonna happen to you also has to happen, man. You also gonna have to face the music, man. When the music's on and you're deciding, no, I'm not dancing. No, you're gonna dance to the music, man. Like how we had to dance. Or we're just gonna stay behind our walls and the Babylons aren't never gonna get through here. Okay, you think so? You're gonna starve to death. And they are gonna get through. Or we're not gonna go into captivity under the Persians and the Medes. Yeah, you are. Or we're not gonna go into Atlantic slave trade. Yes, you are. You are gonna go. And all the people that jumped off the boats and got ate by sharks, guess what? They got reincarnated and they still had to go to captivity as well. So they escaped it for that time, but they didn't escape it. Because there ain't no escape. There ain't no escape, man. Their judgment was to not drink of the cup of a surely drunken, and not doubt he that shall go altogether unpunished. You won't go unpunished, but you're going to drink of it. You're not going to go unpunished. And all you people on comment boards running your mouth, you ain't going to go unpunished neither. Like a man can't, if a man's doing bare videos in a day, right? And you don't think he gonna eat? Like, relax. Just press pause, calm down, accept, okay, he's eating chips, and then just carry on, man. But you now have to, you can't just hear that to yourself. You gotta now make a comment on it. So then what else you got a grievance with then? If a person breathes too loud on video, oh man, he sounds like he got asthma. Oh man, he breathing too loud. What else you got a grievance with then, man? What else you got a problem with? You got a problem with that only Edomites ain't gonna make it. You got a problem with that part as well. You damn demons, man. You people are bugged out, man. You run your mouth so much. And then this is why, like, you women are getting jacked up as well, man, because y'all ran your mouth. And, like, even with all this stuff when it's coming to this November 1st, right? And all this EBT and all of these kind of things, right? With how these women are going to be bugging out, Esau could just be like, you know what then? Okay, I'm going to give it back. But it's going to have restrictions now, so you can only spend it on these places, and I'm going to do a CBDC thing with it. Or he could just let them stew for a few weeks, and they'll be like, okay, I'm going to bring it back, but with these restrictions. But these women, when they was getting all of that stuff, they just thought that it could never get better than this. I remember one of the brothers, man, he was saying, one of the London camp, and he was saying, some of you people just really think it's always going to be like this. I'm always going to be able to go to Tesco to get a sandwich meal deal. I'm always gonna, that brother's funny too, man. I'm always gonna be able to go to the Tesco to get a sandwich meal deal. I'm always gonna be able to go to the nightclubs. I'm always gonna be able to do this. I'm always gonna be able to do that. And this was years ago that this was said. And some of you people do think that, man. You did. You even thought you was always gonna be able to go to the nightclub and some sucker was gonna buy you a drink. Some of you even literally go to the nightclub with no money and have a better night than somebody that spent £500. How is that possible? Because you've always thought there's going to be a sucker. And for a long time there was. So the evidence showed you that as long as you've got a fat ass and a pretty face and are prepared to show some cleavage and are prepared to drop a wine every now and again, that the nightclub's your scene. But now it's not looking like that no more, is it? Now men are starting to be like, you know what? This nightclub thing only seems to be for certain men, so I'm not going no more. I'll go somewhere else. In fact, I'll save my money. And some of them people are like, I'll save money and I'll never go back to the club ever again. But others are like, I'll save my money until I've got the opportunity to go to the club and spend money like how them people spend money. But let's go to this anyway. Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7, which forget a nightclub anyway, man. Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7, be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of his flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap everlasting life. And some of you people, you run in your mouth all the time, man. You really need to make a comment for that. About some chips. How about you shut the fuck up? Make a comment about how you need to shut the fuck up. How about a comment on that? How about that sometimes in life, man? And all you Edomites that have been on comment boards running your mouth. Black people this, black people that. You're never gonna, okay. Just wait, man. You think you haven't got the transcripts and all the running of your mouth you've been doing in this life and the past ones? You think that you haven't been marked for that stuff, all that running of the mouth you've been doing, man? You think Yahweh don't know who you are? You think he don't know? Oh, he knows. He knows who you are, man. And in that day, he might give us the power to know who you are. For you people have ran your mouth, man. Running your chops. Hebrews chapter 4 and verse 12. For God is quick, for the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. You people, you don't need to make, everything's not funny all the time, man. You really should almost be weary to even make a comment. Because the information's out there for the doctrine. The information's out there. You could have been doing more time listening to videos than running your mouth. Thinking you need to make a comment. Really. And maybe it could have just been a light-hearted thing or whatever, but sometimes you don't need to run your mouth all the time, man. Be grateful that you've actually even been given access to hear these words rather than running your mouth. But people don't think. Like a guy like Anton Daniels, he had the opportunity to walk past Hebrew Israelites in person and ask them questions, right? On or off camera. And instead he's talking about, y'all broke, mate. You ain't the richest guy in the world yourself. You ain't the richest guy in the world yourself. You're a few economic changes away from being the same bum that you talking about, man. Like you had this guy, Kevin McCall, that he was on the internet crying about how he's on EBT and all of this stuff, right? And I came across it and I was like, you know what? Let me look up this guy a bit more. And then there's videos on the internet of him saying on a video called like how I blew a bag and all that. And he talking about with a big smile on his face at that time about how he spent money here and spent money there, how he just continually was never good with his finances. And then now you see what the end result of that is. That guy, I'm sure, made at least $1 million in his life. At least. Because he can sing. He's talented, man. But then, how did he use the money, though? How did he use the money? But when he was up in money, how would he have treated somebody that was on EBT themselves? Would he have looked at them like they ain't shit? So you can't even really feel sorry for Jake sometime, man. And when it goes down in the society, right, and you see I come across a lot of these Jakes that they get judged for certain things, you can't even really feel sorry for them because did they scoff in the past? If you hear that a Jake did something and they end up in a crash or something like that and they on a live somebody, you'd be like, okay, yeah, but was you a scoffer though? Like you can't automatically feel sorry for people anymore because you don't know if there was a scoffer. Because whoever perished being innocent, that's what the scriptures say, right? Whoever perished being innocent, man. You don't know whether these people were scoffing their life away. You don't know. Because you know how Jake loves to run their mouth. They love it, mate. Like some of you people don't understand, man, that you don't need to talk all the time. And I'm not even like offended for it, like, oh, because it's not me that it's not for my right to be offended by it. But I'm just thinking to myself, why do you even need to say that? Sometimes you can shut your mouth, man. You don't need to always make a little catty remark about this or that. Sometimes you can just shut up, man. Like I remember when one demon, I don't even know who it was, but one demon tried to record one of the elders, right? In a moment of privacy in their own living space, right? And tried to plaster that all over on the internet to try and smear that person's image. Did it work? No. In fact, old people was like, man, shit, I do that when I'm at home too. I sing and I do all that kind of stuff when I'm at home. But they tried to smear people's image. They tried to stain people's image, but then, okay, that's funny. Would you be laughing if somebody did that to you, though? Since you think it's so funny. How about if somebody did that to you, then? Are you going to find it as amusing if somebody did that same thing to you? I don't think so. But it's okay to laugh and joke when it happens to somebody else, though, right? But then people called Yahweh Shai an alcoholic, basically. They laughed about John the Baptist, but really the problem was the word, though. So that person talking about chips, they don't really have a problem with no chips. They got a problem with the doctrine. But then they still tune in every day. Or how often ever they do. They don't have a problem with the chips. They don't care, but they couldn't care whether he was eating chips or half a leg of chicken. They got a problem with the doctrine, really, man. That's what you people have really got a problem with. But you're just too much of a cowards to admit it, man. You know what I mean? I hate you all. I hate, like, some of you people tried, like, I remember one waste man, Edomite, tried to call every single Israelite, like, it's like, oh, you see these people that are mostly Israelites, they're just the lowest of the community, low down thugs. I'm like, no, they're not. You don't know, first off, you don't know them personally to say that they're thugs. So why are you thinking that they're thugs? Is it because they're so-called black men? So you're a racist? Because you can't prove that they're thugs. You haven't seen whether they have or have not got a criminal record. You don't know whether they have or have not got a degree. But here's the thing, even if they have got a degree, who gives a shit? Because a degree does not decide whether you believe in the Lord or not. In fact, most people in this world that have got degrees, if you was to ask them if you could keep the degree that you got or get given back all the money that you paid to have that degree, what would you rather? Most of them would say, give me the money right now, and the degree can kiss my ass. And even take all the knowledge that I learned from that degree as well, because I ain't used it. Give me the money. Fuck the degree. And even some of you people will get sour because people swear on camera. Oh, I don't like the way he swear. Oh, he swear the language. He's too rough speech, mate. Grow up, bro. Grow up here, bro. Because when you're listening to your favorite rapper, or when you're listening to some reggae, ragga daga daga daga, and the reggae artist is talking about gal lift up your foot and gal lift up the gal this and gal that, gal up the scene. The ting wah, and they're going in like that, yeah. When your favorite rapper's talking about I F'd your B and I F'd your B and I this and I that and I that and I this you ain't saying, oh man, that's rough speech right there. When you're watching a movie, it could be a Quentin Tarantino or some action movie and the people are just getting a Rambo. When you're watching them movies and the people just blood spilling all over the place, you ain't like, oh man, this is crazy. Some of you demon wicked ass Christians right now, man. And I've seen the evidence with my eyes. So don't try and tell me nothing. Some of you English, so we're white Christian country, white Christian values. You're chatting shit. Because I've seen some of you people take your kids, right, to celebrate Halloween, which is basically celebrating evil spirits. And I've seen you take your kids to schools, right, after hours to make and dress them up like evil things after hours in school. It's not like it's in hours. No, you're doing it after hours in school. Making your kids dress up like nightmare things that if their child saw that stuff in real life, they would do. They'd wet the bed, mate. They'd wet their drawers, man, right there on the spot. But y'all are dressing up your children like that, making your children go to strangers' houses. Trick or treat, trick or treat. Trick or what, man? Shut up, man. Trick or nothing, bro. But y'all are make your children, oh, it's for the kids at the end of the day. Why is it for the kids to make them dress up as something evil and knock on people's doors? Trick or treat. Shut up, man. Trick or nothing, bruv. You stupid idiots, man. Jude chapter 1 and verse 22, and of some have compassion, making a difference. Yahweh will put the spirit on a man to talk in a certain way if they need to, man. But with using the same man to talk a softer way, right? And others save with fear. So sometimes you got to tell people, listen, man, you're going to fucking die, man, if you don't repent, bro. If you keep running your mouth talking about stupid things, you could get smoked for that. Pulling them out of the fire, hating even the garment spotted by the flesh. Imagine you drag someone from a fire, right? And there was a little bit of a burn on their clothes. And you're like, you know what? Take that fucking jacket off too, man. That's got fire on there, man. Throw that fucking jacket on the floor. Oh, man, I can't believe you talking like that about my jacket. I just saved your ass from the fire. And you're worried about me talking about your jacket with flames on there. That's burnt a bit. I just saved your ass from I'm trying to save your ass from the fire. And I'm saying to you, okay, I pulled you away from the fire, but you know your coat, yeah, is still on fire. So if you're not in the flame no more, you was gonna fall into the flame, and your coat caught on fire. Take the coat off, fucking take the coat off, man, because it's still on fire. Take the coat off and stamp on it on the ground. Oh, this is my favorite coat. You know how much this cost me? What are you on about? If you keep the coat on, it's gonna burn. You need to take it off, throw it on the floor, stamp on it. Oh, I'm not doing that. This is my favorite coat. This cost me $500. All right. You know what? All the best, mate. All the best then. All the best in life. All the best in life. Verse 16. These are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lust. Oh, elder going in them chips. Oh, why you always gotta say all right on the video? Oh, why you always gotta chuckle on the video? Oh, I don't like the way he talks. Like, oh, I don't like the way he swears, man. Oh, why you always making jokes? Or why you always calling a black woman Big Shirley? Oh, do you really think it's funny about it? Oh, why are you laughing? They need that money for the mate. But it's okay when you people laugh at us, though, right? It's okay when we get laughed at, though, innit? When you people are calling us dusty, you think that that might not hurt our feelings? When people are saying that men's, like I've heard some of you people say that brothers' men's wives' breath stink. That's what Anton Daniel said, that damn demon. How do you know? Why are you so close to the next man's wife's face that you can smell her breath when you Mr. Christian? Why are you so close to her? And that guy, yeah, he's the kind of guy that would, and he's made statements like that before. I've seen it on his show, man, about how if men's wives came around him, she's gonna see something new and she's gonna not respect him anymore. Why are you an adulterer though? And that a guy like that would be the kind of guy that if he's around another man, yeah, and he knows he's got more money than that man, he'll try and be like, you know what, we should all go out to eat. And he'll try and pick the most expensive restaurant that he can think of to try and test the other man's pockets. He's a guy like that. He's the kind of guy that would do that and try and overshow. You notice that whenever he's trying to go in on men or try and go in on the Hebrew Israelites, he always talks about money. He don't talk about, man, some y'all jiggers ain't more handsome than me. He ain't talking about that because he knows what he looks like. He's got a mirror. He knows what he looks like when he looks in the mirror. With his God loves all hat, he knows what he looks like. He'll talk about money because he can guarantee that, well, or he can assume that his money's more than theirs. He don't talk about who's got more wisdom. He always applies it back to money. Oh, but if y'all really knew about the Lord and it says that add on to me wisdom and all other things will be added on to the. You're all about money because you know that that's all you got, man. If the society crashed, you ain't nothing. If you lost your money, what are you gonna do then? What are you gonna do when everyone's robbing in order to feed themselves? Then you're gonna what's your money gonna be worth in that time then? When people are looting, because enough people looting makes the price of everything that you want to buy go up anyway. Will you have enough money to buy it then? If all the luxuries and the things that you enjoy in life right now went up in value by 10 times, you're gonna have enough money to buy them then? You got money like that? I don't think so. I don't think so, man. So don't try and go on like you're just the ultimate money man of the earth. But y'all Jakes are arrogant though. And that's why it's a good thing that we never got everything that we wanted in life. In a financial way. Because then we are humbled by that, man. But some of you people have been so-called winning in your own minds. But really the things that you got as wins are going to be taken away as soon as the MOT gets made mandatory. And then what you're going to be saying? Like some of you Jakes over in the UK and that are proud as well, right? And I'm not on about Israelites. I'm on about some of you Jakes, some of you people that are Israelites, but you don't believe it. Y'all are proud. Trying to go on like you're just the ultimate money man on the earth. And if you're living in the UK, you already know it's dead down here, man. Up here, whatever you want to say, whatever down here, up here, whatever you want to say, it's dead up in this country. And most people are living paycheck to paycheck. Y'all ain't balling. You women are not balling. And all you women trying to come fake humble right now. Fake humble. Oh, where the men are. Oh, even some of you women that are trying to say, y'all women need to start stepping up and start. You're just trying to get first dibs to men's pockets. You men ain't gonna be trying to humble yourself towards these men in order to just be around the man and be, you're trying to still be a financial burden on the geezer. You're trying to come to these men now and think to yourself, okay, so I had all these bills that I used to pay, and now I want you to pay. It doesn't even matter if you come to the man and saying you want him to pay 1% of it. Now you're taking 1% out of what he used to have to do whatever he wanted to do. You're not humbling yourself to some of you men ain't trying to humble yourself to the men over this EBT thing because you actually realize you should be humble. No, you're trying to humble yourself now because your money's getting low. And that's not sincere humility. That's still fake. That's still fake, man. Oh, I'm prepared to humble myself. No, you're not. You just realize that you're broke right now. That's all it is. Some of you women talking all this. Man could not have multiple. I'll be damned if I let a man have a multiple wives. I even saw one video, man, and I'm kind of ranting right now, man. But who cares, man? Right? I even saw one video where the woman said, like, I saw one video that one of the elders put out there, and the woman said something like, "Man, there's gonna be some vagina selling women out here tonight," and I was thinking to myself, as if they ain't selling it already. As if they weren't selling it already. Some of you women are just trying to use this. Some of you women getting on internet saying, if they just take one more thing, I'm about this close. I'm about this close to selling my Gucci. I'm about this close to selling my cat. I'm about this close. If just one more thing, if just one small, mate, you've been selling it, man. Don't start chatting up. You've been selling it already. And you already got your list of customers that you already know are down to pay. Don't try and, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to try and make it like I was never selling it. Like how some of these people in the fitness community, man, they be like, since loads of other people are coming out saying that they're taking steroids, I'm going to come out and say, all right, here's a confession. All right. And then they get on their YouTube channel. Hey, guys, it's muscle biceps and triceps and glutes and hamstrings fitness. I'm about to tell you a secret truth on a new thing that I've been doing over the last 3 months. I've been taking tests and I've been taking steroids. Mate, you've been taking them from the first moment, from your debut on your YouTube channel. Don't start trying to use this as an opportunity to try and make it like you wasn't taking steroids before. You've been 200 pounds for the last decade and a half, and every single video you've had an 8-pack. You've been taking steroids, homeboy. Don't try and start, just only now I'm taking steroids. No, you've been taking them. Don't try and come slick. Like you had this one Edomite, the Liver King, and people just always like, man, this guy's taking steroids. This guy's taking steroids. And then he was like, no, I'm not. And then he confessed that he did. He had Cali muscle, which if you ever seen what Cali muscle looks like, the guy's bicep veins are hanging out. He's sold, bro. He's doing a dragon flag exercise, doing all these crazy things. He was like, I'm not taking, some of y'all brothers are hating on me saying I'm taking steroids. And then afterwards, he's like, yeah, I was taking steroids. Yeah, duh. Like we never knew, mate. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying to you women. Oh, I'm about to start selling it, mate. When did you finish? Duh, you've been selling it, mate. You know about? If one more discrepancy happens in my life, I'm about this close to selling you've been selling it, man. Every time you've expected a man to have a certain amount of money, you were selling it. Because some of you women will not sleep with a man unless he's got a certain level of finances, right? But here's the thing. You don't get any of those finances from him anyway. Oh, I slept with him because he's got a nice car, because I can't sleep with no bum. Okay, so what happened with you and this guy that's got a nice car? Well, he drove me to a dark alleyway somewhere and then we slept with each other in his car. Oh, so he just used his nice car to sleep with you in an alleyway? Yeah, pretty much. But you know me, girl, I can't deal with no bust that. Huh? What? What are you on about? So he used his nice car to sleep with you? Yeah, pretty much. But you know how I do, girl. I can't deal with no bums. And you ain't gonna take me to no Cheesecake Factory. You know that car's a rental, right? You know that car's a rental. He told Jaquan last week that car's a rental, and he was telling everyone how he gave it up. Well, at least he's got the money to rent it. That's how y'all will try and justify it, man. Y'all have been selling it. Talking at your mouth. Like it's something new. Oh, I'm about to start. Y'all have been selling it, man. And then when you all do start openly selling it, right, guess what? The value is going to go downhill. That's the thing that y'all don't understand, man. And then your integrity is completely gone at that point. And now you've really lost your opportunity to end up with a man of your Bar Shem Shine that time, because they ain't going to be wanting no openly vagina selling ass women out there, man. They'd be like, ugh. So as long as anyone had the money, and that's what I mean. When a woman's prepared to sleep with a man for money, it's disgusting because as long as anyone's got the money, they're down for it then. So if some complete, like, which it's not fun to laugh about someone's image, but let's say some like tuna from the can smelling ass person has whatever amount you think's acceptable, then you're gonna deal with them as well. Because you can't be trying to sell it and expect it to be for your own enjoyment. No, when you're selling that, it's for the person that's buying its enjoyment, right? Like there's even videos out there with women recording themselves selling it, man. That's on World Star. And a woman's there doing a video, one hand, like saying 100, as if that's some like, oh wow, $100. Wow. You're a business tycoon, love. You're a regular Warren Buffett with your business skills, aren't you? You're a regular, you're modern day Alan Sugar, aren't you? $100. You're a joke, man. This is a disgusting, sickening world, man. And Salakia for the rant or whatever, but some of you people, you don't understand how badly you've screwed yourselves over, man. You don't even understand yet. And no one's gonna feel sorry for you, women. No one's gonna feel sorry for you, but you women are gonna expect men to feel sorry for you. But you never felt sorry for men. When you had all that EBT and all these free money programs that you got given, you never said, you know what, that's kind of, this society is kind of cold-blooded, you know, because I can think of a few men that this money would help their life. No, you thought that this is your money to be free from the dastardly, evil, controlling attitude of men. You never thought this is something that I'm getting given right now, but I need to figure out a way to not be on it later. You just used it and arrogantly was spending it up, thinking, man, yeah, I'm free from these men now. Now I don't need to listen to anything he says. I got a secret man that gives me some money every time I need it, right? And I don't need to sleep with him. I don't need to do nothing with him. And I'm just getting all this money. That's how y'all thought, man. Arrogant, man. Arrogant as hell. Just proud as hell and arrogant as hell. Just thinking that life could never get any better than this. That's what y'all thought, man. But look now. Some of you people that have been making slick comments on the YouTube, when this society falls, you might see some of the men that you were making comments about, man. And you might think that that person couldn't possibly know that you've been making slick comments. And then you try and show up in front of them, oh, hey, brother, do you know what's going on? And then they might not want you around them, so they might be like, nah, I don't know anything, man. It's being in the Jacob spirit, and you're like, you sure? Because you look like a kind of person, you look kind of wise, but you already know that they do know what's going on. But you might be like, they might be like, nah, I don't know what's going on. And then you might start getting on the nerves and be like, listen, man. They might just be like, listen, man. And then they might call you by your YouTube name. Listen, Scoffer 25,000. I know who you are. I know every single comment you made. And they might just start reciting back your comments to you. Remember when you said on October the 12th at 5 a.m., this Hebrew Israelite thing's a joke, and you, man, ain't never going to receive nothing what you're talking. Remember when you said that? You remember when you said you'd rather be unalive than ever bow down and believe this? Do it then. Get out my face. But you people don't think that could ever happen, man. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, love of many shall wax cold, and our love for these people are going to wax cold too, man. You people just feel the need to run your mouth talking things when you don't. Not everything's funny all the time, and not everything's funny all the time. Not everything's a laugh and a joke all the time, and sometimes you can just shut your mouth in life. You don't need to always recite your mouth. Sometimes you can shut up in life about things, man. And I'm going to end the video there. Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. Shalom.